Okay, now let's go and have a look at how we built this form. So here is the main page, and first little behavior that happens is when we enter line item data into the table, we've got a function here which does the row and the column calculations for the totals and the grand total. I'm not going to go into detail on these. What I want to concentrate on is what happens when we press the pay button. So here is the main behavior, and let me just hide the property bar a second. What happens is the first time that we come into this function, which is when the button is really pressed, it checks to see that the grand total is filled, so some items have been bought, and then what it does is it fills the helper field on the first page with the text gen URL, and then it calls the submit data behavior. And the reason it does this is we need to pass to PayPal a unique URL that identifies this current form instance being filled in, and we can't do that until the form instance has been submitted once. PerfectForms hasn't got the URL generated, so we do that, and in the property bar we set the reopen same instance property. This will close down, submit the data, close down the form, and immediately reopen it again. That all happens very quickly. So once that's been done, the form is opened event or behavior will be called, and this could be opening the form for several reasons. Maybe PayPal is calling back with success, but no, that not yet, nor failure. In fact, what's happened is we're reloading the form instance. So we quickly showed the loading screen, which is the second page in our form here, and then we run a behavior which is actually the same pay button behavior, and that's this one again. And now the second time through, because the gen URL text is in the helper field, we set that when it initially was pressed, if you remember, we now communicate with PayPal. So I'm going to press the select the connect command, and here you can see that we're making the call, the first call to PayPal. We're passing in user, password, signature, version. These are all PayPal account identifiers. So here, for instance, is the signature field. Here is the username data. So that's all being passed in. You can see we're also getting from the grand total field and passing into the amount web service field, and this is the name of the web service method that we're calling, which is set express checkout. At that point, PayPal is called, and it returns one of the return fields, and the return is written into this field called post response, which is just a mass of data in name value pairs, so rather like a query string. If one of those is called ACK, so we're going to say if, and here you can see we're using a function called extract query string. If that is if ACK, the ACK parameter, is set to if it's true, then what we're going to do is to redirect now to PayPal. So this is the redirect, and we're going to use it in the same window. We don't need to submit the data because we've just been communicating with PayPal. There's no need to submit data, so we'll use the same window. At this point, the browser window is transferred to PayPal. The PayPal process completes, and when we press OK, if you like, in PayPal, it returns to the form. The form is opened event is going to be called again, and this time PayPal success is going to be true, and what we're doing here is we're inspecting the URL parameter that's called by PayPal, and we're looking for the true value. If that's true, we're going to now call this behavior, which is where we actually do the final communication with PayPal to get back all of the transaction data. And in fact, we've put this behavior here, and here we can see we're connecting to PayPal. We're checking that PayPal returns with a success in the ACK field. We're then populating the payer ID, the email address, and now we're doing another communication with PayPal with a different method to complete the transaction. And once that is finished, we're setting the timestamp field, the transaction ID, and the payment status, and that's it, and then we're finished. In the next video, I'm going to show you some of the detailed advanced features that we use to accomplish this.